Good morning, guys. Good morning. Once again, welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. As always, when I'm about to do the political content, I start with a disclaimer. I am not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who is also a voter, so I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs of this beautiful country. So yesterday, former President Thabo Mbeki was discussing the challenges facing the ANC and how they can solve them. How can they put themselves? ANC can be renewed. This is what he said.
If the ANC wants to survive, it must show in the practical actions that it takes, so that the people themselves can say, this is a renewed ANC. Not because the ANC says so, but because its deeds say so. These are two major challenges: the renewal of the ANC and the use of state power by the ANC to do the right thing. That answers the question, what is to be done?
You know, former President Thabo Mbeki understands the power of the people. He says the people must see. Because if we don't see vote for the ANC as it is at the moment, so if we don't see the change, forget them. You know, we have been living in the life whereby the ministers would be climbing the podium and telling us, no, the stats of crime have been reduced this year by 3%, but we don't feel that change. You know, I'm just making an example. We don't feel that change. So we are so over being told. We want to see now. We're so over being told. And he said, and the ANC must use the state power to do that. And the church says, amen. Because the ANC has the power to change things, but they're just not doing it. They're just not doing it. You see, there are certain things that I see that they are changing, but you know, the way the ANC is deep in, it is not going to take minimal changes like that. It's going to take drastic changes. There is something that is sitting on every South African's chest. And I don't have to mention it because I've been talking about for far too long. But I know you know what I'm talking about. If we see a difference on that one, like a U-turn, like a total U-turn on that one, believe you me, the way we would vote for ANC, I am telling you. Anyway, let us read the reaction of the people. I'm just going to read only one screenshot, and then sort of we have a feel and know we'll relate with what this person is saying. And he says President Thabo Mbeki knows why the ANC will never show any practical action towards renewal. That is because ANC so-called leaders are all tainted with crime and corruption. I know you felt that. I know you really felt that because, man, everybody knows. So we were just waiting and see what will finally happen. Moving right along, let us hear again what the president, the former president Thabo Mbeki continued to say.
In the State of the Nation address, I apologize again on behalf of government. What Tammy was talking about is that there was an SIU, Special Investigation Unit, which investigated elements of things going wrong in Eskom, which was established in 2014. That SIU reported to the president in 2017 on the matters it was mandated to investigate at Eskom. But in passing, it came across this information about what had happened in January 2008. The things for which I had apologized. And they said it was deliberate from inside Eskom. That power failure should never ever have happened. Because Eskom had an internal monitoring system to watch the amount of coal at each power station. Because the regulation was that there must be at least 22 days supply of coal at each power station at all times. The station managers, so the internal system, watching each power station from November 2007, started saying to the managers, you are running out of coal, replenish. And they ignored it. The reason there was a power failure in January 2008, they ran out of coal. The station managers would not just go and buy coal. And you read the literature, not those are failure of government, nothing to do with government. They raise this issue as an example. There's a whole document, I don't know, maybe it's counter-revolutionary, that is not being distributed. There's a whole document on Eskom. This is just one instance of a deliberate intervention to make sure that there's no electricity. Many. For instance, the government took a decision and announced in 2004 that there must be built these new power stations. CYRIL and Medupi that Tammy was talking about. If you look at the reports of Eskom, they say we started building CYRIL in 2007. Not CYRIL, Medupi. In 2007. So, that's a bit strange. What's strange about that is that the government issues an instruction in 2004 to Eskom to build Medupi and CYRIL, and they only act 3 years later. Why?
Right there, former President Thabo Mbeki says load shedding was not because the government was dysfunctional. It was sabotage from within Eskom. I don't know whether you agree with him or you disagree with him, but we do have the comment section for that. You can leave your comment there. Let us have this discussion and see if we see things the way they do as the ANC. But somehow I do believe former President Thabo Mbeki, because he is not scared also to criticize the ANC, though his brother is more brutal than him. That is my opinion. I believe former President Thabo Mbeki wouldn't come out here and be defending the ANC, because he is also saying that they have to face the truth if the ANC has to be renewed. He also said that and the now President CYRIL Ramaphosa saved SARS. Before you say this comes from me, please do hear President Thabo Mbeki.
As Thabo was indicating, they have done a document on SARS. State revenues. And there was a deliberate process to destroy the institution. So it's, and what alerted President Ramaphosa, whereas SARS had been outperforming itself over the years. Each year, SARS is going to collect it for that. Just can't overnight. And that's why I'm saying President Ramaphosa then said, let's argue. Instead of very interesting process to look at that, what happened. That's where he mentions that, for instance, they were part of the process of denouncing certain elements in the list to remove them. So you remove the most senior people in the organization. It starts underperforming. More incidents which demonstrate what had been happening to Eskom as a deliberate, conscious intervention. So So it gets discredited among the people.
Also indicated that it's important for the ANC to renew itself and actually remove the corrupt individuals, because people like him, they cannot be campaigning for the ANC saying vote for when they know very well that they are corrupt people that they see in there who are criminals within the ANC that they want them to campaign for. And before you say I'm saying this stuff myself, no ways. Listen to former President Thabo Mbeki himself.
If you can't have a PEC, they no discriminant. And me, I come and say vote ANC. They're going to stand for the very survival of the ANC. Conference was correct. Nothing is more but place you represent on that.
If you watched up to here, thank you for watching. I know some parts of the video, there are certain clips that they are not so good to listen to. It's because I took them from a live broadcast on X by Newsroom Africa, so it was scratching right from there. So some audio clips are not so good, but thank you for watching up to here. I hope you heard a few things from those clips. And do you agree with former President Thabo Mbeki on the ANC really needing to punish those who are guilty of doing wrong in the ANC, for the ANC to appear to have renewed itself? And also, what do you want to see the ANC do? Because that's the most important question. What do we want to see from the ANC for us to think at least the ANC deserves our votes again? What do we want to see from the ANC government? Because the ANC has got the majority of votes in that GNU, followed by for the Democratic Alliance. And though some people say no, the DA is actually calling the shots, which are highly doubt. What would that mean about other parties that are in there if the DA is calling the shots? The ANC has bigger numbers. I'm just going to use that one, the knowledge that I know the ANC has bigger numbers there, so I'm holding them responsible for the things that I would like to see, and they've been power for very long time. So now what do you want to see from the ANC for you to believe that they are changing? I know there's something that we want as South Africans, so almost all of us, we want to see that thing happening. I don't want to mention it here. I've been talking about it for the longest time, so now it's gonna end up being like I'm obsessed. Hey, but it's a very valid thing to be obsessed over. Anyway guys, thank you for watching up to here. I'm looking forward to reading your comments in the comment section. Do have a beautiful Sunday.